Good evening, everyone. How are you guys? This is Jimpanos, transformational career coach. I help and inspire professionals in London and across the globe to find their passion at work and transform organizations through well-being. And if you want to achieve work-life balance, okay, if you are struggling, okay, and bouncing, back and forth between your life and your work, or if you are an employer who, cares about his or her people and wants to improve their mental and physical health and well-being, then stay tuned, because today we're talking about how to achieve work-life balance. I'm accredited and certified by ICF, International Coaches Federation. It's the largest coaches organization in the world, and I'm the creator of the Find Your Passion method, a unique coaching tool that can help professionals across the globe to find their passion at work. Of course, feel free anytime to to comment in this live, share with me your opinion on this. Feel free to agree or disagree. Give us some thumbs up if you do like this video, and of course, share it with anyone you believe you might get some value from it. Okay, so let's dive in right away, shall we? So, how can you achieve work-life balance? So, what is really important is that there is a specific model. Okay, so in my opinion, there are three main let's say milestones. Okay, in terms of achieving work-life balance. Okay, and the one is is built upon the other one. So imagine like a totem. Okay, so at the very base, okay, of this work-life balance totem, it's let's say the milestone of clarity. Okay, and this is very, very important, because you won't be able to achieve any work-life balance if you don't know what you want. And by that I mean your personal and professional goals, okay, your aspirations, your plans for the future, even more your vision for the future, your ideal situation. This is your vision in every area of your life, okay, in terms of your relationships with your friends, with your family, with your partner, in terms of your spirituality, in terms of your spare time, in terms of your career and finances, you name it. Okay, so you need to have clarity. Why? Because what let's say, first of all, what doesn't work. Okay, what doesn't work is you trying to catch up with everything and everyone. Okay, this is something that is not possible. Okay, because why it's not possible? Because you might segmentate your time in all of these different things, but at the end of the day, you won't be present at any of them. So what does that mean? Like present, that means making the most out of them and getting some value, and enjoying, okay, what you do in every of these areas of your life. Okay, when you segment your time and split your time this way, unfortunately, you don't give yourself the necessary time and space to enjoy and actually spend quality time in these areas. Because it's not about the time that you spend, okay, 5 minutes there, 5 minutes in the other area. No, it's about the quality time you spend. Okay, and that brings me exactly to what clarity is all about, and it's about prioritization. Okay, you need to prioritize your life. Okay, so that basically means that you need to pick up two, okay, no more than two areas of your life right now that you would like more to focus on. Okay, and of course, if you see that there is more time available, yes, of course, feel free, to expand your time further to other areas of your life. But first of all, please stay up to two. Okay, so let's say, okay, number one is your career. Okay, that's great, and then decide, what's the other important area of your life. It could be your intimate partner, it could be your friends, it could be just spending time with yourself, you name it. Okay, and once you do that, okay, you will be able to manage your time effectively. Why? Because you will be spending your time in the areas that do matter most for you for this period of your life. Okay, this is what balance is all about. And this is not actually balance. A better word for this, which I really love to use, is harmony. Okay, so yes, you will be in harmony. Okay, you can of course spend a little bit of your time in other areas, but you need to have your main focus. Okay, if you don't have, you will be just you will be struggling to be present everywhere, and this will literally especially emotionally, will break you into into many pieces, and this is what you don't want. You do want to be productive and enjoy your life. Okay, so first of all, get clarity. Okay, and if you are an employer watching this, don't don't just expect from from your employees and your partners to just find work-life balance. Okay, hire a professional trainer, a professional career coach to develop a customized program just for you. Okay, and help them with that. Okay, because in this way you will reap all the benefits of it. You will reduce the rates of your absenteeism and presenteeism, and their productivity, your people's productivity will just skyrocket, just because you take care of them. So yeah, take care of your people. Okay, and if you don't if you don't care about about taking care of them, start caring. Okay, this is very, very important, and it's all about the investment in your people. So pay attention to this. So this is the first, the very first, at the bottom milestone. Okay, on that, okay, on the top of this, there is a second milestone. Okay, and this is what I call the switch off. Okay, the switch off milestone. So even if you have already prioritized, okay, you've got your two main areas of focus for this period of your life. Could be a few weeks, it will be 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, 5 years, you name it. Okay, you need also to apply work-life balance into your day-to-day life, and this is very important because yes, you might have your focus there, but there will be always issues coming up and popping up in your day, and you do need to create some rituals, okay, a specific routine, okay, in order to make a smooth but at the same time effective transition, okay, to your personal life from your professional life. Okay, which is which I really believe it's something that many people can struggle with. I used to struggle with this, as well, especially if you're working from home online. This is even worse, as in my case. So, yeah, trust me, I do empathize, with you and feel you. So, what you can do, okay? So, stop. First of all, at the moment that you end, okay, your duty, your job duty, okay, then just do right, on the very next moment, a thing that literally and effectively relaxes you. It could be anything. So, it might be listening to your favorite song, okay, or just, going outdoors and, going for a walk or meditating, okay. You need to, to create this transition time, okay, between work and personal life. And you can do that, also while commuting, okay. Listen to your favorite song, stop, scrolling, down and surfing on the internet, and consuming information that, will actually, make you feel, even more overwhelmed. Okay, you don't want that. So what you do want is to take a few minutes for yourself, okay. And it could be your favorite song, it could be running, it could be walking, it could be, taking a nap, or just closing your eyes for a few seconds or minutes. It could be anything, okay. And if you're an employer, don't again expect from your people to do anything. Actually, they expect from you to, find out the best approaches and measures to help, their work-life balance. So what you can do as an employer, so you can facilitate, okay, through the workplace, through the working environment, the switching off process. So, for example, you can, um, just put, a specific like song, at the very, end of, of the working time, okay. That will signal that, something. It's time for you to relax and, go home. Okay, it could be, yeah, it could be something uplifting. It could be something quite relaxing. You can also, make some uh, uh, twists and changes in, in the light. Okay, you can make it, kind of dimmer, or just, switch it off completely. Okay, but that again starts with you. So there are two things that are really important here. Number one, okay, set very clear expectations in terms of the workload. Okay, this is very, very important, because this, that means the more workload you assign, and your people, are not prepared for that, the more, stress they carry on with them once, they get back, they get back home. So ask them, okay, ask them, on a rate, on a scale 1 minimum, 10 maximum, what, how would they rate their current workload, okay, and how is, this workload affecting their personal life, okay. And keep this, short questionnaire anonymous, and you will get the insights you want, as well, okay. And this is very important. So be clear on your expectations, because if you are not, then even if you set up some switching off rituals, still they will be stressed out because of the workload, okay. So reduce the work, so set clear expectations, okay, reduce the workload if it's needed, and create them, switching off, environment and processes, okay, to do that. Another nice way that, you could do that, if, because there are always people who, want to prove that they go for the extra mile over and over again. So, they might just ignore, your guidelines, okay. There are two further things you can do. Number one is, you can, train your managers to encourage, okay, people to switch off, okay. And that, could be easily done by, again, a training from a professional, life and career coach, to help them, and train them on listening, okay, to their people, and asking them with true and authentic interest. Okay, how did that work last day? Okay, what are you going to do today to achieve this transition and this work-life balance? Okay, this can make a great difference. Okay, and number two is email them. Okay, to remind them to switch off and relax. Okay, because there will be always people who who will try to prove themselves more and more, and hence they will be always or most of the times opening their email after work. Okay, so there are just a few suggestions, and if you are an employer, just feel free to share this with your employer, okay, and your manager and leaders of the organization you're working for. Okay, so switching off is crucial. Okay, there are so many things you can do, but more details in another video. So this is the second milestone, switching off. And last but not least, it's personalization. Okay, so what does that mean? That means that yes, there are some rituals that you can do, and your company can help you, or might not help you, but what is most important is about really testing things out. Okay, sort of like a trial and error approach. Why? Because I just suggested you a few things, but you might have other things that work better for you. Okay, so for example, you might not want to make your switch off rituals right after work, but once you come back home, like having a nice hot shower or whatever, or cooking, or do something completely different. Okay, but you will find your favorite things by exploring them and see how your energy and yourself respond to that. Okay, and this is very important, because personalization is not just limited to testing and finding out the ideal switch off rituals for yourself. Okay, but it also expands to further to the clarity, the first milestone. Why? Because you might thought that you had this X and Y, okay, priorities, but then during the process you found out that something, there are some other areas that I would like to focus even more than the ones that I currently do. So that might change your plans. Okay, so and this is normal, because sometimes we think that X and Y is our priorities, but it could be X and B. Okay, or A and B. Okay, you don't know, but you do need to start, okay, from something. You need to start off. Okay, this is very very important. Okay, and by this process, okay, by first of all starting, okay, getting started, clarifying what what are your main priorities. Okay, finding out your own values, finding out your own ideal vision in these areas of your life, and then by establishing your switching off rituals alone, and with the help hopefully of your employer, if you are an employee. And finally, always try and test them and find out the very best switching off rituals for you, and increasing your awareness about your priorities in your life, because they can change just in a in an instant. Okay, so I hope that you did enjoy this live, and if you did like this video, give us a like to our Facebook page, jimpanoscoaching. You will find them the name to this Facebook live description, and wish you to have a great day. Take care.